Hi, I'm Vicky. I came in to take a HIV test today. I heard some of my friends were having it done, so I thought it was quick, easy, confidential, so I thought I might as well get it done.
Hello there. Hi, I'm Linda, one of the nurses. Come in, have a seat please. So, what can I do for you today?
I'd like to take a HIV test, if possible.
Okay, any particular reason why you'd like to have a test on today?
Well, I know lots of my friends have had it done, and I was just to be on the safe side, and since it's quick, easy, and people said they get the results on the same day.
That's
So I
fine.
thought I could get it done.
Yep, sure, no problem. Have you had a test done before?
No.
Do you want me to tell you a little bit about the test and how it works?
Yeah.
Okay, what we do is we take a tiny little drop of blood from the end of the finger. It's not too painful, it's a tiny little needle, so it's not really too uncomfortable.
Okay.
And then we drop the blood onto a testing strip, and then we wait for 20 minutes, and then we get the result back. So you'll actually see the result as we go through it. So it's very, very quick as well.
Do lots of people my age do this?
Yeah, lots and lots of young people come in for testing as well, because HIV doesn't just affect older people, it can affect anyone at all. So if you've ever had unprotected sex, it's a really good idea to get a check-up so you know for your own health what's happening with HIV.
And I'm going to be the only one who knows about this?
Yeah, it's completely confidential. We would never tell someone you'd been into the clinic unless you gave us permission to do that.
Okay.
But if the test was reactive today, then what we'd be doing, we'd be referring you on to the hospital. So obviously we would need to give them your details with your permission.
Do I have to tell anyone?
You don't have to tell anyone at all. It's entirely between yourselves and the hospital staff. Obviously, if the result was reactive, then we'd be offering you support and other things as well. It's much, much better to know you're HIV positive than not to know your status, because now there's some really good treatments that can keep you well and healthy. And most people who are HIV positive live a completely normal life, can go on with children and things like that. It's not like it was years and years ago where people came pretty unwell. Right, Vicky, what I want to do is to show you what the test looks like. So, have you ever done a pregnancy test?
No.
No, right. What happens is a little testing strip like this, and here we go. Now what we do is we take a tiny little drop of blood from you and we drop the blood on the end of the testing strip there, and then put a little drop of this liquid on, which just helps the blood to move along the test strip. Now the first tested body here is looking for HIV antibodies, and these are what your body would develop in response to the virus if you've been in contact with it. The second little box is looking for the virus itself, so if you'd been in contact with somebody who was HIV positive very recently and you'd a lot of the virus in the blood, that would show up as well.
So it depends how long I've had it?
It depends on how long you've had it for, which one of these boxes would show. And the top box here will always get a line across it to let us know the test has worked properly. So if it's a negative result, there'll be nothing in the first box, nothing in the second box, and a line across the middle box, which lets us know the test has worked properly. If there's a line in either of these two boxes at the bottom, we would always do a second blood test in the vein there, just to check it out.
And this always works?
This always works, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, for it to have it done. What I'm going to do now is to take a little drop of blood from the end of your finger. If you start to feel unwell at all or squeamish and you want me to stop, just say stop and we'll stop straight away. Is that okay?
Okay.
Right, so I'll just give it a little click first. Just turn your head on your hand on the side here. Okay, then we'll stop. Okay, just breathe in for me. That's it. Well done. Now we just give it a little wipe here, and we gather the blood on the tube. You okay there?
Yeah, that's alright.
Alright, don't need too much blood. Just keep breathing. Is that uncomfortable? Are you alright?
No.
Okay. Okay, right, stop there. Okay. Right, do I just press down on that for me for a second?
Okay.
So we just pop the blood on the bottom of the strip here. I think it's starting to get you.
So he's travelling out.
Yeah. Then just put one drop onto the strip. then we just leave it for 20 minutes.
What happens if my results come back positive?
Okay, what we're doing here is a point of care test. We would always do a second test just to confirm that it is a proper positive result.
So what's the second test?
Second test would take some blood from the vein in your arm.
Okay.
And what we do is we'd send that off to the laboratory for that to be tested. And then they would send a copy of those results onto the clinic that we would refer you to. The second blood test results take about 3 days to come back. So we'd make an appointment for you to go to see somebody in the hospital within 3 days' time. And what they would do, would give the results of the second blood test. If the result was positive, then you would meet up with one of the doctors in there who would take a proper medical history from you and do a physical examination to find out exactly what's happening in your body. They would also take some more blood tests to find out how strong your immune system was and how much virus was in the blood.
So this first test is not 100% sure?
It's 100%, if it's negative, it's 100% sure that it's negative.
Okay.
But we do occasionally get a false positive test on it. Things that can knock it off would be if you're on certain types of medication.
Okay.
So I asked you earlier on whether you were taking any tablets, and you said you weren't. So if you were on, just to be in the safe side, we would always do a second blood test, just to be safe. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how to protect yourself from HIV in the future?
Just using condoms and contraceptives to reduce the risks.
Yes. And obviously be aware as well, if you're using condoms, it's always a risk that condom could burst as well. So if you use plenty of lubrication to make sure that there's no risk of condoms bursting. Okay, so thanks very much for coming in today.
Thank you so much.
You know, telling your friends if they want to come have a test,
Okay.
they're more than welcome to come in and see us. Okay, take care. Bye bye.
I thought it was going to hurt actually, it didn't really hurt that much. And yeah, I'll probably tell my friends to come and do it and stuff. Might come together. And I'll use condoms, yeah, definitely. So I might even come back one day, who knows.